I regret to inform you that we will not be getting Cresselia in this Let's Play, and we also will not be getting one other set of legendaries, as well as, of course, ones that require two different legendaries that you cannot obtain in-game. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be taking care of the remainder of the Eon duo, which requires you to go to Petalburg with the Eon ticket. You need the Eon ticket for this to happen. If you don't have it, you actually can't do this. Just fair warning instantly, in case people watch this and go, oh, I can go back and do this, and then they call me out on it. You need the Eon ticket in order to do this. What you want to do with your Eon ticket is you want to bring it here to Petalburg and go see your father, and he will take you to Lily Cove, and you'll board the ship, and it'll take you straight to Southern Island, where you will find one of two Pokemon. If you're playing Omega Ruby, you probably got Latios for free, basically, in the story. And this means that in Omega Ruby, the one that will be on the island is Latios. If you are playing Alpha Sapphire, it's the reverse. You got, Latios for free, so you were able to obtain Latios. So fair information in regards to this. You can run away from it. I don't know about killing it. I don't remember ever killing it, but it's probably the same. You can run away from it and reinitiate a battle if you want to. I'm sorry, there was kind of like a gas bubble rising. It still feels like there's going to be one, so trying to kind of repress that. But yeah, you can run away from this battle, and you might be able to kill it. I'm not entirely sure. I wouldn't kill it if I were you. I would, if it's close to dying or something, and you think it's going to struggle or something, I would honestly recommend running first more than anything else. And I would still save before it, just to be on the double safe side. So Latios and Latios, obviously, when you find them here, they're going to be level 30, just like the one you got for free. And they both have the same moves in the forms of Heal Pulse, Dragon Breath, and Psycho Shift. Latios carries Mist Ball, while Latios carries Luster Purge. So, fun information there. The strategy for this, from my perspective, was to bring Uxie and use Shadow Ball and have it boosted by the Spell Tag. It was supposed to be able to bring it consistently down into the red, but I think this Latios has a especially defensive nature, which caused it to reduce the damage taken, which is no bueno. So this is going to make catching this thing a little bit more complicated. Luckily, we catch it fast enough, so it won't take too long, but it still takes a lot longer than we really wanted it to. I was hoping to do more today. That isn't the case. So now that I've covered Latios and Latios and things that you need to know about it, and you can sit here and watch me chuck Pokeballs after Pokeballs at this thing, trying to catch it, I want to kind of go back to the fact that we're not catching Cresselia as well as a few other things. Cresselia is an RNG-based island that you can find through soaring, obviously through Latios and Latios, the Eon Flute. This is something that appears south of Evergrande City. You'll see it whenever we go in that direction here momentarily, because again, I mentioned this before, once we got all the legendaries out of the way, we were going to get started on round 2 of the Elite Four, which is basically going to be the end of this Let's Play. So we are almost done with this. We have maybe like 2 more episodes. Yeah, it's going to be 2 more episodes. We have 2 more episodes left of this Let's Play before we get ready to get started on our next one. And I'll cover information on that later down the line. Just throwing that out there. But, so, the things that I want to mention, in case people weren't aware of them, or if I never mentioned them before, there are a few things that you should probably know. We've already caught a lot of things, and I think I've already mentioned a few of them, but I'm going to mention this anyways. Obviously, you can only get Groudon in Omega Ruby and Kyogre and Alpha Sapphire. We already know that, right? The thing is, you can only get Ho in Omega Ruby, while in Alpha Sapphire you get Lugia. In case you didn't watch that, you're watching now. Obviously, again, Latios and Latios are version differences, but if you have the Eon ticket, you can get both. So it's not that big a deal, and I'm not sure if all you need to do is just transfer it over and it still works. I'm assuming that it's that way. But yeah, and I still feel that gas bubble coming up. It's like right there. Really trying hard not to get that to just come up. But yeah, you'll find it here, which is good. So I just kind of feel like mentioning that. We obviously caught the Pixies, aka Uxie, or Mesprit, and Azolf. The other one is Dialga and Palkia. Obviously, Palkia is exclusive to Omega Ruby, while Dialga is exclusive to Alpha Sapphire, something that I still need a soft reset for at some point. The first major note in regards to like the legendaries, Dialga and Palkia are required both to be on your team in order to find Giratina, and you can find them in the same spot. So if you happen to want to get Giratina, remember, if you don't remember because you didn't watch it, you can find it through my previous videos, of course, and look for the Dialga. And that location, if you bring both Dialga and Palkia there, you will find Giratina. So if that's something you're looking for, I do recommend doing it. So just throwing that out there. We've already caught the Musketeer trio, known as Cobalion, Terrakion, and Veruzion. The next one I'm not going to be getting as well. There's only 2 legendaries in this game that I will not be getting that I technically could get. Cresselia is one of them because it's an RNG based thing in every version of the game. Whether it be Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, it doesn't matter. You can get it in both. It's just it's RNG based. It has a chance of appearing every day. I don't know what the chance is, so I'm just saying it's luck based. While the other one requires you to have at least one level 100 Pokemon on your team, and that's it. This is Reshiram and Zekrom. If you have Omega Ruby, you can find Reshiram, and if you have Alpha Sapphire, you can find Zekrom. So there's that. And of course, tying in with that is Kyurem. In the same spot that you can find them, you can find Kyurem, and this requires you to have both Reshiram and Zekrom on your team. I think I got that gas bubble to kind of quietly come up. Really hate holding it back. Now, obviously, we have Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, so if you guys need to know how to get them to appear, feel free to watch those prior episodes. Tornadus and Thundurus, of course, are version exclusives to certain things. Obviously, Tornadus is exclusive to this game, while Thundurus is exclusive to, Alpha Sapphire. Now, again, another Pokemon that we won't be able to get is Landorus. Landorus requires both Tornadus and Thundurus on the team in order to get them, and if you need to find out how to get its location, be sure to check out my Tornadus video. Trying to calm down a little bit because I feel like I'm hyper. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure if I don't think you can actually soar from this place, by the way, so I think you have to go back to the ship. I never tried to just soar away from it. I don't know, it just seemed more with the flow to go back to the ship and you'd be like, okay, hey, I want to go back. Now I feel like yawning. This is like the weirdest thing whenever I get like this. I don't know why. But, yeah, outside of Landorus and everything else I mentioned, Cresselia is the only thing left. And I'm honestly surprised I managed to even get it to appear on my Alpha Sapphire. Just saying. By the way, the island for Zekrom and them, see right here? This little island that we just passed, that was at like the bottom left. When I said right here. Yeah, and you see over there, like right below Evergrande, that's where you'll find the one for Cresselia. So if you need to find those, I just basically told you where, or the rough area where you can find them, and the requirements that you need to at least get the Zekrom one to appear. All the other ones are, I've already basically shown you the locations, it's just that I can't get them to appear because I don't have the other Pokemon that you require for each of these Pokemon to appear in this game. So, I mean, I don't really like trading Pokemon over and doing whatever. It's just not something that I enjoy doing. But, I mean, like, the only time I do that is if I feel like I need to get something important for something. Like, a move that's very important to a Pokemon. Like, with Altaria and Hyper Voice, I planned on having Altaria as my Mega because it was new, it was cool, and Mega Altaria is actually pretty sick. So, and I like how I tried to buy full restores with no money, basically, which is just great. Sorry, I kind of had to calm myself a little bit there, because, I don't know, it just is weird. I feel like I'm hyper. Maybe it's because I don't have any fans on, maybe it's because my ears are covered because I use a headset. I don't know, it's weird. But as I said before, at least I think I said before, after we were basically done with the legendaries, we were going to move on to round 2 of the Elite Four, and this is going to be one hell of a round 2. All of their Pokemon are level 70 or higher, so congratulations on that. And as you're about to find out, you will see that every single member of the Elite Four has received a Mega Stone from Steven. So as you can see, his Pokemon can now Mega Evolve. But this doesn't just mean that it's just him, it's also every member of the Elite Four. They all have a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. So, starting off with Sidney, who will lead off with a level 70 Scrafty. He also happens to have a level 70 Shiftry, a level 70 Sharpedo, a level 70 Zoroark, a level 70 Mandibuzz, and as his ace, a Mega level 72 Absol. So, be prepared for that. Now, I didn't get time to really actually test this because I came in here without increasing my levels any further than what they already are. Seems a bit redundant at this point. EXP share is kind of a broken item, let's be real. So I kind of came in here thinking everything would be okay, and it's gonna be. I tried this once. Gardevoir didn't do as well as I wanted it to, but it's gonna do good enough. So yeah, the only thing that Sidney has that can be a problem is Mandibuzz, and that's only because it's bulky. So, I mean, whatever. The Zoroark is going to throw people for a loop. They'll instantly see the Absol, because I think that he usually brings it in, and obviously Absol is just there. And no one really expects it to, okay, well, why didn't he Mega Evolve? Why is he choosing not to Mega Evolve? Is he stupid or something? And all of a sudden you attack it and you realize, oh, it's Zoroark. So, but kudos to this Mandibuzz for living with no health, but at the same time, Brave Bird don't kill himself. So it's a cool story by Mandibuzz. I don't know, it seems weird. In a way, okay, from a strategic standpoint, that was actually really brilliant. If you think about it, it allowed him a free switch into a fresh Pokemon after it had already taken a lot of damage, and it knows that the Gardevoir was going to outspeed. So, if you ask me, that was actually really good. But at the same time, it's kind of just silly. So, I don't know. It's great to see things like that happen. But, I don't know. It's just funny. As for Pokemon news, I haven't really covered anything. I mean, I don't know how many people are actually taking their time to actually play Rumble World, but free games so far have just seemed kind of mediocre to me, so I just haven't bothered with it. But there's a lot of stuff over on CRB for people if they want to watch it, so or not watch it, but look, read into it. So I don't know. So if you're wondering why I brought in Altaria, what's the fun in them having a Mega if you're not going to put Mega against Mega? I mean, at least in this battle, I wanted to do that. I don't know if I can really do that with the other battles. But if I can, I certainly will. If not, I can always use Primal. It's a sort of Mega Evolution, I guess. I don't know. But this should be pretty obvious. This was not going to be fair for Absol at all. I mean, a high-level Altaria like that, it's just absurd. I don't know how this thing got so high-leveled, but whatever. Anyways, obviously with Sidney out of the way, we now have only, 2 or 3 more members of the Elite Four and then the champion themselves to take care of. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next couple of episodes leading up to the end of this Let's Play. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.